is an issue that we have to get a long-lasting solution on to it. Now, let's talk about the interview that I told you. I know Stephen Kimeu Kimani and also Mark Lloyd Stevenson. If the two gentlemen can hear me at this particular time, I don't know how you have been. These are gentlemen who have been trying as much as possible to assist and make sure that there is a football development at the same time. And I know they're just saying that we are doing this for the love of sports. If you can hear me, Mark, let me begin with you. How's everything, and how have you been during this period of COVID-19?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, Mr. Mark.
Can you hear me? Very good. Well, this COVID-19 really, I think, has tested everybody. I think it's brought everybody to a point where they haven't really understood where they're going to go in business. It's put everything on a hold. But for the youth, where it's really, I've noticed it even with my own children, they're lost. You know, they don't have that social interaction that they used to have. And it's causing depression. And I believe pushing people into sports, where they had that social interaction will make all the difference to lift people's spirits back out of where we are at the moment with this COVID-19. Yes, I've noticed in Voi, the young people are really looking for incentives. Something that will inspire them to look at the future. You don't get that unless you're showing it and you've been trained in working as a team to have that inspiration, to drive, to move forward in life.
Steve, allow me to ask you, Steve, about the importance of supporting those young boys and girls back in Voi. I know a lot of them might be struggling at this particular time, but I know you've been having some tournaments prior to the COVID-19. At the same time, moving forward, there is a lot that is planned in regards to the same. How do you think this will be beneficial or is beneficial to this young talent back in Voi?
Are you talking to Steve or Mark? Yeah. There?
In general, your perspective, what do you think is the importance of having different tournaments in regards to trying as much as possible to assist this young talent?
Well, what's important is that they're not locked into one community. They get to challenge other communities, see other people, see other ways of life, have social connection, and respect for each other, and helping each other. It's very important.
In a general take, should we expect to see a lot coming from you guys in regards to helping the community, or what you've been doing is the end of it, or there is more that we should expect coming from your side?
Well, there'll always be support from our side. Our biggest problem at the moment is just this COVID-19. It's actually put everybody back 6 months, maybe 12 months. Until we get past that problem, we can only help as best we can. But everybody has to learn to respect it and understand it, and all work as a community to work their way through these times. But yes, there will definitely be support from our company as time moves on.
I will come
I
back.
would really...
I'll come back to you, Mark, in a little bit. But I don't know if Stephen Kimeu on the other side can hear me. Stephen, if you can hear me, I know you have been on the ground and you've seen what exactly has been happening on that side. What is your take? What exactly do we lack in those sides, Stephen, if you can hear me? So here we don't have Stephen at this particular time. So Mark, your general assessment, I know when we think about the country and when we think about facilities, I know you will agree we have quite a number of challenges when it comes to facility. The playing grounds, some kids don't even have shoes, they don't have clothes, the football attires. I know it is quite a hefty and a big challenge. What do you think ought to be done to be able to get a solution?
A massive challenge. A massive challenge, actually. But I suppose that's where competition starts. When you start bringing in competition between the communities and everybody starts to support each other, they see the benefits of lifting their children to play these sports. The incentive starts. I mean, the problem's been right through is just having communities working together to put in the right sort of fields and facilities for training. What you were talking earlier about, your athletes and how you're leading the world at the moment with your marathon. Somewhere in that person's life, someone put their hand out and supported. So, and that's people like myself, I suppose, like companies like myself that will make these changes as we can afford it. And hopefully community members will put their hand out and accept and appreciate what is being given. That will make the difference.
I've been on the ground for quite a number of times. Just, Mark, allow me to bring in Stephen. I can hear that he is already at this particular time. Steve Kimeu, I know you have been the man on the ground for quite a number of times and you've been able to see what exactly lacks and what exactly ought to have been done. In the little that you've been able to do at this particular time, do you think it is enough or more needs to be done to be able at least to give this young, talented individual a reason to smile? Stephen, if you can hear me, I know you've been on the ground for quite a number of times. I'll come again. And you have been able to see what exactly has been happening down in Voi and the need to build and to assist this young talent. What has been done to this particular time, Steve? Do you think it is enough or there is more that needs to be done to be able to assist? I think Stephen on the other side is cannot hear me. So, Mark, you can pick on that.
Yes. Well, I believe that the what has been happening in the past. I don't think what has happened is that no one's had the opportunity to expand and bring these facilities to young people especially within the rural areas. The times are changing, and as your country starts to embrace investors and recognise the facilities you do have in this country, you will see big changes. You'll see changes coming. And definitely young people in country areas do need a hand and to help them, inspire them and to give them the benefits of education and to have sponsorships. Companies like ourselves, as we come in, will definitely be putting our hands in our pockets to give sponsorships out to make a difference. Absolutely, within these communities. And I've been watching the young people down in Voi, for instance. That's where I'm mainly based, and they are very thirsty in wanting to be in those sorts of games and competitions between each other. Not only for the boys in the sense of soccer or football. There's all the netballs and games that even the girls need to be in as well. So, yes, I'd like to see big change in all those sorts of levels with the communities, especially country areas.
COVID-19 came and stopped you on the tracks. You'd already started in actually facilitating some of the tournaments and giving back to the community. But I know people are talking about, and we're seeing like we're getting to get back to the normal ways, and hopefully, and we still remain optimistic that people will get back to the playing ways. What should we expect? More tournaments will be coming, or you will be going out there to assist with the footballs, with any kind of help. What should we be expecting from you?
Yes, of course. The only reason that we've slowed down or had a bit of a halt is this COVID-19. Otherwise, things would be advancing. There would be a massive difference in the way we would be supporting these young people and the community. Mm-hmm. The whole world has had a big problem. I mean, you've noticed it around the world. How many international games have even been stopped over this through these sorts of things? Mm-hmm. But things will get back to normal, and we will grow, and we will support our communities for sure. Absolutely.
I don't know if Stephen is there for maybe just a comment as we finish or not.
1 second. Just give me a second.
They're not far away, so I think you can just call him next to him, and maybe he will be able to give us a sentiment or two on the same, because on his side, actually, it has been a struggle, but I hear the proximity is not that far. So if you can hurry up and just join him and use the same seat and the same machine, maybe we'll be able to pick up. But as you can see and also hear, there is a lot that needs to be done to be able to uplift and also assist the young talent back in the community. That is a reality. And here in Kenya, I know we have issues to do with the facilities. We also have issues to do with the playing grounds and also football kits and all sorts of things. So, Stephen, maybe we'll be able to hear from you now. It has been a struggle the few last minutes, but you have been the man on the ground. Tell me, how difficult or easy has it been as you try to assist these young boys and girls in the community?
Yeah, we have. We started last year with a little tournament just to get an understanding of what they're doing, and we realized that they have a lot of challenges with the fields, amenities like toilets and places to change their clothing and everything, doing changing over and everything. Mm-hmm. And we have established a few grounds where we can improve and also bring up life in the fields for them to be able to play without much trouble, you know.
Mark has been able to tell us what exactly they are planning, but from your own assessment, you have been there, you see what they lack and what they really so much deserve to have, probably moving forward.
Yes.
And we'll do it in a brief way. What should we be expecting? What exactly are the taglines or some of the issues that you're going to help as they try as much as possible to be comfortable where they are?
Right. First and foremost is to measure their talents, and from there we will also be looking at. We have actually established a few of them, school-going high school boys, and they lack fees. We will be looking at sponsoring them through the education, and we also planning to start other games whereby also the girls can also get involved, and also we also try to help the girls to go through their schools. As much as we want to nurture the talents, we also need them to get education, which is very important as a basic of every human being.
So it's not, sorry for that, so it's not just for the boys, also the girls must be involved in all this.
They will be involved. We are trying to get the games which girls can take, especially the volleyball, the netball, tennis, and everything. And our most challenge was the field. Now we have established the fields, and maybe by next year we'll be able to put up a few portions for the girls to do the tennis, table tennis or tennis itself, and then they also get to get some training of becoming professionals in the playing, in the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mostly is that we will, apart from sports, as I said, we will also sponsor some of the needy children to do their education.
Your final sentiments as we conclude, just final sentiments. What will you say and what is your final promise?
Yeah, well, to the people there and to the community, we are also promising, as we have set a few things here coming up, another program whereby we will introduce business training for the youth again, like who have finished Form 4 and maybe have not been able to go far, or even in colleges here. We will start up a small project where they can generate them cash for their own living.
Thank you very much. That has been Stephen Kimeu Kimani. He is the Director of Universal Resources International, and also earlier we had Mark Lloyd Stevenson. They have been able to play a critical role actually in trying as much as possible to build the young talent, to give them an opportunity, a place that they will try as much as possible to go and nurture themselves, nurture their talent with optimism, that they will be able to fend for themselves and also be able to at least say they have something that can be able to keep them busy. At this particular time, a lot of things are happening. COVID-19 is one of them, but as a result of it, I know a lot of people have gone back in the societies, and not all of them are doing what they are expected to do. At this particular time, we take a short commercial break, but when we come back, we still have plenty that will highlight for you in the world of sports.